Namani Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Gramatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा. Welcome all devotees on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple and Namanishta Prabhu by offering our humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Radha Govinda. Okay, we will start this today's session. We only two are there, Ashamataji. No problem. We will Hare Krishna. Yeah, we will recite. Ashamataji, you have attended this session before that, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So, this chapter, are you able to see the chapter gist, Mataji, history? Is it screen visible? No.
No, Mataji, right now,
no. Okay. Now, once again, check.
Now it is visible, Mataji.
Okay. So, this is chapter 12, na Mataji. You
Yes,
can read
Mataji.
chapter 12 summary. And beautiful chapter that is what is. For that only we are reading Bhagavad Gita. We are worshipping the Lord to get bhakti. Yeah, yes, Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna, chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga. This chapter begins with Arjuna asking Sri Krishna about the two types of yogis, and among them, who does he consider perfect? Those who worship the formless Brahman, or those who are devoted to the personal form of God. Sri Krishna declares that devotees can attain him by both paths. However, he considers those who worship his personal form as the best yogis. In this small chapter of 20 verses, Sri Krishna emphasizes that the path of devotion is the highest among all types of spiritual practices. He then explains to Arjuna that it is rather difficult to meditate upon the unmanifest aspect of God. Hence, the path of worshipping the formless is full of tribulations for the embodied souls. On the other hand, the devotees who worship his personal form dedicate all their actions to him, and with their mind and intellect consciously surrendered, they attain him. Such souls swiftly get liberated from the cycle of life and death. Therefore, Sri Krishna asks Arjuna to give up all doubts and surrender his intellect with his mind fixed in loving devotion to God alone. Sri Krishna says that such love for God doesn't come naturally to the struggling souls. Devotion is not some mysterious gift that one can get. It requires consistent efforts to cultivate it. Sri Krishna tells Arjuna that if he is unable to absorb his mind in God completely, then he should strive to do all his work with a devotion to God. And with constant practice, he will reach perfection. If Arjuna cannot even do this, then he should work for the pleasure of Sri Krishna. And if he feels even this is difficult, then he should simply renounce the fruits of all his works and be situated in the self. Sri Krishna further explains that the cultivation of knowledge is higher than the mechanical practice, and meditation is higher than knowledge. However, better than meditation is the renunciation of the fruits of actions, because it immediately leads to next Mataji immediately leads to great peace. The rest of this chapter describes all the wonderful qualities of God's loving devotees who are very dear to him. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So this last 6 verses, these verses are also extremely important, no? All the wonderful qualities of loving devotees. What are they? We will see once again. But before that, what was, I underlined something, no, that has gone. Okay. This
Mataji, I have one doubt.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, same way, Arjuna hearing the story, and as well as Dhritarashtra, no, it is not the.
Duryodhan.
No, it is not Duryodhan Mataji. Sanjay is telling to Dhritarashtra. No? Dhritarashtra is
Dhritarashtra.
also hearing
Mm,
the
mm,
same thing, right? So, but his mind is not like Arjuna.
mm,
So he is also listening, but
mm,
he will not practice. Why?
mm, mm.
So,
Mataji, first
mm,
of all, that Shraddha. Dhritarashtra does not even believe that Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes or no, Mataji? So
yes,
if
yes,
you do not have any belief in any doctor, whatever the doctor says, will you trust it? You will simply hear, you will come out, you will go to a person with whom you have trust. Yes or no? Okay.
yes, Mataji. Yes,
Secondly, Duryodhana's heart is not that purified to accept what Sanjay is saying. Arjuna is purified.
yes,
Arjuna, three qualities are needed. Krishna is going on telling again and again. What are they? You are my friend. You are non-envious.
yes,
And
yes,
Krishna told, Arjuna told to Krishna, oh Krishna, now I am your surrendered disciple. Yes, Mataji. So
yes,
these
yes,
three qualities are not there with Duryodhana, number one. Number one, he is not surrendered. Okay, first of all, he didn't have the faith, it is okay. Secondly, he is not, he is totally full of envy. He is not
mm,
non-envious.
mm,
Bhakti can be understood, Shraddha can be developed only in a person who is purified by his heart, number one. Number two, who has
mm.
got the faith. Very, very important quality is who is non-envious. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Very well. But you are correct, Mataji. Even Duryodhana also hears. Duryodhana, Krishna is telling there, everybody is hearing. But their
Yes,
mind is,
yes,
you know that story, Mataji, when in that court, Bhishma Pitama tell Duryodhana also, and who is that, Yudhishthira also. First he tells Duryodhana, Duryodhana, go and get one good person. Okay?
yes,
And
yes,
Duryodhan went and he came back telling, I could not find anybody good because for him, he is the best. Above him, he could not see anybody. So he came, I could not find any good person. Okay, same thing. The instruction given to Yudhishthir was get a bad person than you. You know, they should not be as wise, we call it as. Okay, and Yudhishthir went, he came, I am the most fallen. Below me, I could not find anybody fallen. Right? You see the mindset, Mataji. Both of
yes,
them
yes,
are
Mataji.
having. Same way, Dhritarashtra's mind is always envious. He always supported his son, though his son he knew very well. His son was not in the righteous path. But still
Yes,
he supported. And when his brother Pandu died also, see how greedy he was. He was
yes,
so greedy when Pandavas grow bigger, he didn't want to because he was appointed as a king till Pandu's children get matured. Is it not? But
yes,
this guy, when they got matured, instead of giving them their what do you call that portion, instead of giving them their piece of land, what did he do? He, I mean, was tolerating all the nonsense what his son was doing, trying to kill Bhima, trying to kill all of them in the Lakshagraha, etc., etc.
mm,
That Draupadi was so much insulted, he could not even stop his son. So he was partial. He was not equipoised. Now we are going on reading today. I mean, from chapter 2, what we are reading, Samatukka Krite, right? Samadukka. And Shita Ushna, Laba Laba, equipoised in everything. But this fellow is not equal to both the brothers' children. First verse itself shows he is envious. What is it? Kimakurvata Sanjayega. Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva. Mamaka, my children and Pandu's children. Since Pandu died very early, he should have considered all of them his children only. The first verse he is distinguishing that my children and Pandu's children, that itself shows that he has got soft corner for his children. Isn't that Mataji? So
yes,
the
Mataji.
Duryodhan did not have the qualification. If already the tank is full, when we can you pour more water, it will overflow. He's already full thought. He was totally full of his own thoughts. So whatever Krishna told, it did not even go inside. It did not even register. It was going from up only, overflowing. Right? Because already he was filled with all his filthy thoughts. Okay. Yes. Did I answer your question, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare
One
Krishna.
more thing is, Mataji.
Yeah.
So, while Arjuna saw that
Vishwarupa.
Vishwarupa Darshanam, Mataji. And same thing, Sanjay also saw, I think so, Mataji. Is Sanjay saw?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Sanjay also saw because he was given the Jnana Chakshu from Vyasadeva. That's why in the last 18th verse, if you see, last 10, 12 verses are only by Sanjaya because he is showing his gratitude. 18th chapter last. Okay, Mataji.
Okay,
He is
Mataji.
very
Thank
grateful.
You, Mataji.
He heard it and, he saw it and he was literally, he could not. But what did it say? My hair stands on my body. He says that he could not bear that one. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Mataji. So here I wanted to highlight this. It requires constant effort. What? Devotion requires consistent effort. Uninterrupted. We sahaitukan, uninterrupted to cultivate it. And Krishna tells that, what do you call? Krishna tells Arjun, if he is unable to absorb his mind in God completely, he should strive to do his work with the devotion to God and with constant practice once again. So this consistency is very, very important. Whether it is any work we do, consistency is important. 2 times it is said, consistent effort and constant practice. In 6th chapter itself, when Arjuna asked Krishna, mind is very difficult to Chanchalangi Mana Krishna Pramati Balavadridam Tasyagam Nigraham Manye Vayuriva Dushkaram. So it's very difficult to control than the wind. What did Krishna say? Krishna told, no, it is easy. It's not impossible. He didn't say it is easy, sorry. He said it is not impossible, but yes, it is very difficult. So that time also he told, no, Abhyasa Yoga Yuktena Vairagyena cha grahyate. So Abhyasa, constant practice is required. And this last few verses, the rest of this chapter. So last few verses, what Krishna is saying, who all are very dear to him. Who all are very dear? It starts, Aham Sacha Mama Priyaha. It starts from Santushta Satatam Yogi Yatatma Trida Nishchayaha. Whatever they have got, they are satisfied with it. Santushtam, Satatam, always. The yogis who are satisfied with whatever they have. Not only that, then Mayarpita Mano Buddhir, even if they have whatever little also, they want to surrender it onto my lotus feet. Those kind of devotees are very dear to me. Next is very important. Yasmano dvijato loke lokano dvijate chayaga harsha marsha bayod vegai. Okay, what is it? Yasmano dvijate. He's saying, see this people who are equipoised in all the things, equality they have. Yasmanu dvijato loke. They are not worried what the others are talking about me. And he will also not talk about anything about others. Yasmanu dvijate loke, lokanu dvijate chayaka. He neither talks about anybody or he is not bothered. Whoever talks about him, anything. It is so nice, no? Harsha, marsha, bayodvegar. Harsha, aharsha. That is happiness and distress. So a person who is equal in happiness and distress, mukta, above from happiness and distress, both are equal to them. They have given up that, mukta, liberated. Mukta sacha mama priyaha. That devotee is very, very dear to me. Then he says, Anapeksha Sudir Daksha. Anapeksha Suchir Daksha Udasino Gatavyataha Sarvaramba Parityagi Yomak Bhakta Same Priyaha. Sarva Aramba Parityagi. He has given up everything. He doesn't want to start afresh for himself anything. And anapeksha shuchir daksha. He is not that ordinary person. Okay, so that means the pure soul. Who is equipoised? He is a pure soul. Pure devotees they are. And Shuchidaksha means pure. Anapeksha means not ordinary people. So those devotees who are very pure in their heart, they are not ordinary people. Udasino gatavyataka. For them, once again, there is no distress or no happiness. Sarvaramba parityagi. He has given up everything. Whatever, I mean, whatever needed for material life, he has given up. We should not take it as he has given up everything for which are needed for bhakti also. No. Okay. Then next one. Yona harshati na dveshti. One who is not very happy or one who is not biased to people. Na dveshi. But there is no enemy. There is no very, very dear friend. Na shochati, na kankshati. This we saw yesterday very well. One who does not want to possess many things. Na kankshati, desire. One who does not have any desire. Na shochati, na lament. Desire for future, lamentation for past. So we saw, what is it? Shochati, na akankshati. Both they don't have. Shubha Shubha Parityagi. Shubha Ashubha they have given up. Bhaktiman me Sami Priya. Like that he tells, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 verses he tells. Next one is again same it is. Samam Shatraucha Mitrecha. He behaves equally with his friend as well as with his enemy. Tata Mana Apamana. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, no, mana pamana. What is it? Third verse. Trinadapi shuni chena tharorapi sahishnuna amanane manadena kirtaniya sadakari. So that means he does not want, that is the I. Someone has to, I have that pride. Someone has to praise me. So a person who does not have this, they will be tolerant, like as tolerant as a tree, as humble as a grass. That is, Trinadapi Shunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna. Taror means tree. Sahishnata means tolerance. Who? Amanadena Kirtaniya Sadagari. They don't want anybody to come to them and praise them. Oh, you are the best, you did it, like that. They don't want. So that mana apamana, a person should be above that. Okay. So these are the things one who practices. So what is the connection? That's why I told all these things. Connection between 12th chapter and 13th chapter. Krishna wants everyone to raise to above level. So he wants everyone to become dear to him. And as well as in the 7th chapter, Krishna already told, Teshamaham samudrata mrityu samsara sagarat. I will help you to overcome this material ocean. But this material ocean is ruled by whom? Maya Devi. So anytime anybody may fall down. So, but Krishna is telling one who does not fall. So he got very afraid and he told, these people are very dear to me. How to develop these qualities? So he wanted to tell now in the 13th chapter, do you all want to become Krishna's Agam Sacha Mama Priya? You want to become very great dear devotee of him? Very dear friend, he says. In the, what is that, in the, which chapter? I think in the 9th chapter. And he says, you know, they all live in me, I don't live in them. I'll tell him that when I remember that chapter. It will come, leave it. One is that I am not enemy or bestie too. Na dveshati, na kankshati. Samasatrushami. What he says is, everybody is my friend only, but how much ever you endeavor, how much you endeavor, accordingly, I will reciprocate with you, he told. Now, Krishna in this chapter, 13th chapter, very technically, he is going to tell us how we can become very dear to him. So this chapter is little technical, but it is not at all difficult, okay? One second. Technical means you should not get afraid. Day 13. Kshetra Kshetra Vibhaga Yoga. Today's chapter name is Kshetra means what? Field. Kshetrajna. Kshetra means, see, field, we say the farmer has got a field. And people, first they have a field and then they construct building on that. So similarly, first of all, a field is required for performing any activity. So, I'll compare later. Another one, Kshetra Jnana. Kshetra Jna. Who has got this Jnanam? Who knows about this Kshetra? The whole chapter is all about that. So, first Arjuna is asking question. Then we will go to elaboration. Okay. What is Arjuna asking? If Bhakti, this anyone will have the doubt. Arjuna is not asking. If Bhakti is the culmination, after telling about all Bhakti, why Jnana? Just now I told. Bhakti tells, from the Mrityu Sagarat, I will help you. But to be equipoised, not getting entangled in this material world, we need to have that particular knowledge. So that knowledge can be developed only through that again Krishna telling Arjuna what are all the ways. Abhideya. If you remember, 10th chapter also we say Machitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantasya Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. My devotees will always sing about me, talk about me, discuss about me. That is a process to know Krishna. Next verse, 10.10. Teshamagam samudrata mrityu samsara jasagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. There also he says, Tesham satata. One who always worships me, I will help them to cross this. I will give the knowledge. I will give the, what do you call that? Knowledge only. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I will give you that knowledge with which they will be able to attain me. That is a process. Similarly, Krishna is going to tell the process through which bhakti can be attained. Full till 12th, 7th to 12th, he told bhakti is important. So now 13 to 18, he is going to teach, tell Arjuna, that means teach us how to develop this bhakti. For that, jnana is very, very essential. So in truth, the entire Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. But first 6 chapters, we attain bhakti through our work, karma. And karma yoga, karma mishrit jnana yoga, and karma yoga in Krishna consciousness, Ashtanga yoga. So through this, he told us how to achieve bhakti. And in the last 6 chapters, 13 to 18, he is going to tell us how to attain this Krishna devotion through knowledge. But the middle 6 are bhakti itself. So first 6, how to attain bhakti through karma. Last 6, how to attain bhakti through jnana. Middle 6 is about bhakti. So what is the connection he is saying again here? In the 12th chapter, Krishna told how he personally delivers everybody. I said just now, 12.7. How he personally delivers by helping them to cross this material ocean. Tesham aham samudratam. I will help you to cross over. Mrityu samsara sagarat. Bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. One who surrenders to me. So in 13th chapter, he is going to teach us how we can surrender to Krishna, how we can understand the knowledge to attain that unalloyed devotional bhakti. Very, very important. Yesterday also we started with Ananya Bhakti. You remember, fix your focus under my lotus feet. First, if you are unable to do, then only it will follow the 4 regulative principles. If you are not able to do that also, work for me. If you are not able to work for me also, what do? Whatever you want, you do. But surrender the result of the work unto me. This is what he said, isn't it? So I hope you understood why jnana is very, very important. So jnana has its use in assisting our detachment from Maya, Mrityu Samsara Sagarat, and our attachment to Krishna. See, the mind cannot stay idle. So people ask, first should develop attachment towards Krishna or first should detach ourselves from Maya? Actually speaking, attaching to Krishna is very easy, because we have association. Maya is very, very strong because Maya is none other than Krishna's Daivi Hesha Gunamayi. This guna, this is me only, my energy only. So if you attach to Krishna through association, formula, we know the formula, no, very simple, 3 S, sadhu, scriptures, and spiritual master. Or you know ABCD formula also, association, book reading, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chanting, diet, D, diet, E, etiquette, Vaishnava Seva, all these things. So these things will help us to attach to Krishna. Once we are attached to Krishna, with Krishna's mercy only, we'll be able to overcome Maya. That is very important. But what we do, ulta, if you want to do bhakti, first you detach yourself. Detach yourself from the material world, go there, be in isolation, sit and worship the Lord. Not possible because mind cannot be idle. Mind can never, soul also cannot be idle. It will keep desiring. So what will happen? The more the soul desires, the mind will start giving action plan. And the intelligence will help the mind to put it into execution. Okay, then when the Paramatma sees, oh, the mind is making such a big plan, intelligence is helping, desires are very, very strong. Okay, tatastu, Paramatma will sanction. What is the meaning of Paramatma sanctioning? Paramatma sanctioning means Paramatma is telling Maya Devi, oh, my child wants it very desperately. Make arrangement and give it to it. Okay? And that is why we say, no, car. We wanted to have a car. So what happened? He told, and Maya Devi gave us one more extra job or increment or promotion. She arranged and we got the money and we bought the car. Unfortunately, by mistake, it meets with any accident. That Sukha was Chapala Sukha. So that is why we say, na Adi Antavanta Kaunteya. These things are Matra Sparsheshu Kaunteya, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkada. Like summer and winter keep on coming, this Dukkha and Sukha will keep on coming and going. So what we have to do? We have to attach to Krishna. Then only detachment from Maya can take place. Then when we use this knowledge, what we are going to learn from 13th to 18, when we use that knowledge as a mean to attain devotion, then it becomes part of bhakti because there are certain qualifications to this devotion. See, there are so many verses for saying bhaktir vinashyati, bhaktir prasidhyati. 6 things are there which will help us to improve us in bhakti. 6 things are there which will bring down in bhakti. That is Rupa Goswami has said in Nectar of Instruction. Atyagara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangasya laulyam cha. Bhaktir vinashyati. This will bring us down in bhakti. Atyagara, overeating. Prayasascha, over endeavoring. Working like a ass. We saw that one slide, you remember? Big cart full of load, the ass is doing work and thinking, I am only the master. It is doing like that. Atyagara, prayasascha, prajalpo, over endeavoring, engaging in speaking, which is other than Krishna. Not about Krishna. Devotees will talk about Machitta Madgata Prana, Tushyanticha Ramanticha. They will deeply involved in Krishna Katha. But this is Prajalpa. Leaving anything about Krishna is known as Prajalpa. They are ignorance, in fact. We are going to learn now 8 to 12. Other than the chapter 13.8 to 12, any other knowledge is ignorant. So we should not think knowledge is essential. Which knowledge is essential? Krishna will tell in 8 to 12. Other than that, ignorance. So Prajalpa is also ignorance. Okay. Atyahara prayasasya Prajalpa niyama agraha. Overly endeavoring, overly following the rules and regulation or not following. Niyama agraha, niyama agraha. 4 regulative principles we don't follow. That has to be followed very strictly, that we don't. And which are the other karma kandi? Vedas are giving only karma kandi activities. If you do this, you will get this. You do Sandhyavanam, you get this. You do Pitru Puja, you will get this. You do Putra Kameshi Yajna, you will get children. So you full Vedas give us only karma kandi things. But from that, it is up to the devotee with the help of spiritual master. That is why we need spiritual master. In second chapter, it is said, Yamimam pushpitam vacham. Yamimam pushpitam vacham. What is it? Pushpita means a flower, right? So the Vedas, the words are so flowery. Everyone gets carried away by that. Then we don't understand the real essence of Veda. Real essence of Veda is what? Samsiddhir haritoshanam. Other than all this activity, na utpadayet yadiratim, shramayevaihi kevalam, are the activities which do not create any love for Krishna. All those activities are shramayevaihi kevalam. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes. So what are the questions? The first verse is about the question. Arjuna is asking question. Idam chariram kaunteya kshetra vijnadi diyate. What is kshetram? That means what is the body, kshetram. Third question. Then prakriti, what is material nature? What is purusha? Who is a kshetrajna? Who is the knower of the body? What is knowledge? What is the goal of the knowledge? Okay. So prakriti, we all know. See, listen to the verse. I think the verse may be there. Let me check. First verse may be there. No, verse is not there. Okay. Same thing it is given behind also. So Arjuna is asking, Idam sharira kaunteya kshetra vijnadi diyate etatyo veti tam prahur kshetrajna iti tadvidhi. So he is, but this is Bhagavan is telling, not the first verse. Bhagavan is giving an answer. Krishna, what is Arjuna asking? I wish to know about Prakriti, Purusha, and the field. What is the body? And who is the knower of the body? And what about the knowledge? Oh, Krishna is telling, I will give you that knowledge with which you can come to me. He said, Dadami Buddhi Yogam. Tam, I will give you that knowledge. So what is the knowledge Krishna is going to give me? What is the end of knowledge? And the Blessed Lord said this body is called field. One who knows this body is called the knower of the body. Who knows about our body? You tell me. See, if I touch something very hot, who comes to know? Because the soul is there, the consciousness is there. Because the soul is there, we come to know it is hot, it is very cold. So actually, who is the knower then? Soul, it should be the knower. Because eye is not the real eye. Hand is not the real hand. And mouth is not the real mouth. My mouth, it belongs to somebody else. My eyes, it belongs to somebody else. So who is that somebody else? Soul. So that soul. That's why one who knows this body is called the knower of the body. So knower of the body is soul for the time being. Okay, in the next verse, because one more. See here, chapi. This word is very, very important. Till the second verse, I am the knower. That is a soul. But here Krishna is saying, Kshetrajnanam cha api. I also know. So who is this I then? This I is the Paramatma. So one who knows is the soul. That is also fragmental parts of Krishna only. Mamai-vamsho jivaloke. Krishna's part and parcel. But Krishna is telling here in the third verse, I am also the knower of. Vidhi means no. Mam means I. Kshetrajnanam cha api. I am also the Vidhi, knower of Kshetra, field. So two people know about the field, about our body. Okay, so who are those two people? The tiny and the Vibhu. Tiny is small, Vibhu is big. So Vibhu Atma is Paramatma, tiny Atma is the soul. Both of them know. Kshetra Kshetrajnor Jnanam Yat Tajnanam Matam Mama. O sign of Bharata, you should understand that I am also the knower in all bodies. That's a difference. If my husband is not feeling well, I will not know what is happening to him. Because my soul knows about only one thing, what happens to me. We don't know whoever is the next person sitting beside us, what is happening to them. Because my soul will know only about my body. But he is not like that. Who is that? Kshetrajnana cha api. I am also the knower, but what do I know? Kshetra Kshetrajnor jnanam. Everybody. I know about each and everybody. Okay? So, all bodies. I am the knower of all bodies. And to understand this body, its owner is called knowledge. Its owner is called knowledge. That is my opinion. So Krishna is saying to understand this body, we need some knowledge. Okay, we cannot understand this body simply. So for that, we need knowledge. Did you understand why Jnana Yoga came later? Because I can cross the material ocean if I know only about my boat. See, the boatman knows everything about the boat. That is why he will take. If there is a proprietor of any factory or anything, he knows in every nook and corner of his factory. So similarly, the soul knows about every nook and corner of this body. So soul only can help us to cross this ocean. For that, some knowledge is required. So who knows the knowledge? The soul. Its owner is called the knowledge, and that is my opinion. Okay, what are those knowledge? We are going to see now. See, such a, why it is given? If one farmer, just think, this whole land which you are seeing now belongs to one farmer. Okay, so he knows everything about, see, he is working there. He knows everything about his field. But there's a fence. This side of the fence, there is another field. That farmer who is inside will not know about this field. What crop he has sown, when did he sow, what manure he gave, how will he know? So, a field. This soul will know about our body, but the Paramatma will know about everybody. That is why that example I told, if you remember, when not Vedavyasa, Shukadeva Goswami was born, he ran from the house. Then Vedavyasa started going behind him. Oh Putra, Putra, he was calling and going. When he was calling, oh Putra, Putra and going, the trees in the forest where Shukadeva Goswami was speedily running, the trees also started calling Putra, Putra, Putra. How? What is the Vedana? What is the pain? Vedavyasa is going through that his newborn son is running away. All the trees also could go through the same pain. How? The same Paramatma who is in Vedavyasa's heart is also there in the each and every trees. That is why they also started with the pain calling, oh Putra, 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 don't go. Such a beautiful analogy it is, right? Yeah. That knowledge of the field of activities and the knower of the activities, it is described by various sage. So, the soul knows about this body. So, what is body? Kshetra. And a farmer knows about his own field, but the king knows about every field in his region. Similarly, the soul knows about that particular body, but the Paramatma knows about every body. It is especially presented in Vedanta Sutra with all reasoning as to cause and effect. Full Bhagavad Gita is cause and effect we have seen. What is cause? Cause is Sambandha Jnana. The Lord is the eternal Father of us. That is why, what is the effect? We have to go to Him. How we can go to Him? That is a process. So now also in the next 8 to 12 is also the process. It is going to tell us by which process we can attain the Lord's abode. But before that, before knowing the process, we need to know about our body. If we do not, see, we are the, okay, I'll tell like this. We all have a field. Unless and until you know which kind of soil is there in that field, what crop will flourish if I put in this field, it will give profit to me. I can, harvest a good grain. Like that, we should first understand the field. Then we will get seeds accordingly. Then we will pour water and manure, etc. At the right time, it will be ready for harvest. Without understanding my field, some seed we are going and buying, how can we expect that seed will go very prosperously, flourishing in that field? Not possible, isn't it? So one has to know about the body. So how to know about the body? We all have already learned so many times. This body is made up of 20, actually 26 elements, we can say. In this chapter, Krishna is introducing one more like that. Okay. Panchamahabhuta, all of you know. Pancha Karmendriya, that is working senses. Like this one, what is that? Tongue. It produces speech, right? Hand, legs, and anus and rectum. Okay? Jnanendriya, knowledge acquiring senses. Eyes, nose, again tongue will come because it gets the knowledge about the taste, touch, that means skin. Okay? So 5 knowledge acquiring, because if again you see, you touch anything hot, that knowledge is given to our brain, and the brain will immediately inject the hand, you take your hand out. So these are the sense organs. Okay. Then comes the 5 sense objects. Eyes have got one object, ears has got one object, and tongue has got one object, skin has got one object, nose has got one object. These are the 5 senses and 5 objects. What are they? Chotram, chakshu, sparshanam, rasanam, tongue is for taste, granam, nose is for smelling. Chotram, chakshu, sparshanam, rasanam, granam. Okay, these are the 5 sense objects. So Panchamahabhuta, Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, and 5 objects of the senses. 4 5s are 20. Man, Buddhi, Ahankar, 23. And the material nature, in fact, it is known as unmanifest material nature. Unmanifest means Pradhan. The unmanifest portion of material nature is Pradhan. The manifest portion of Mahatattva is known as material nature. So when the Lord, who is that, Karnodakshaya Vishnu, he has to create the universes. After creating the universes, when the expansion of second Vishnu sees the Mahatattva, that is when he sees the Mahatattva, some portion is, it gets all these 20, actually 16 elements first the Mahatattva gets. So Mahatattva gets at 16 elements, then it impregnates the Prakriti. So manifest portion is known as Prakriti, material nature. Unmanifest portion is known as Pradhan. So that is the 24th element. 20 plus 3, Man, Buddhi, Ahankar, and the Pradhan, unmanifest portion of material nature, 24 elements. Who is the 25th one? Unless and until the soul enters this body, with all these 24 elements, whatever body is made, it is of no use. It cannot even move. So the soul is the 24th element. And there is, material nature is the 24th element, soul is the 25th element, Paramatma is the 26th element. Okay. So 20 plus 3 plus material nature 24, soul 25, Paramatma 26. So a person, one who is very, satisfied with the realization of only Annamaya Kosha, for him, till food only his knowledge is restricted. So he is known as Annamaya Jnani. Then more than that, I am existing. I have some, special position in the society, that I am existing. That comes with the feeling of that, yes, we need to, I am breathing, that is why I am alive. So I am alive, so I need a special position in the society, like that. And all just now we saw Mana Pamana. We want everyone to praise us. That is because of our pride. So that is Pranamaya Kosha. Now comes the Jnana. So what is Jnana? Jnana is nothing but Manomaya, the mind, Jnanamaya Kosha. So that means there is a soul in my body. My body functions because somebody else has given the key. Okay, if you don't give the key, the toy will not run, the car will not run. You don't put the fuel, will the car run? No. So that means that we know to a certain extent that there is somebody who is operating this machinery. That's all. That much knowledge only we have got. Jnana means. But these 3 are lower level understanding. With this lower level understanding, we can never attain Ananya Bhakti. So what is required for Ananya Bhakti? Vijnanamaya Kosha. So what is it, Vijnanamaya Kosha? The wisdom to understand the right from the wrong. the wisdom to understand the process of getting the Ananya Bhakti. That is Vijnanamaya. Above that comes the Anandamaya. Anandomaya Jignasi. That is soul by nature. What is the meaning of that? Soul by nature wants bliss. Because soul is Bhagavan's part and parcel. So Bhagavan is always in bliss. So the soul also wants always in bliss. But when we come into this material nature, it starts looking for that bliss in a wrong direction. It starts looking for that bliss in this material world, not in the spiritual world. Why? Because of our forgetfulness. We forget that we are Jivera Swarupagoye Krishna Nitya Dasa. We forgot our Swarupa. Swarupa knowledge and one more knowledge. Tatvidya knowledge, something. And so the Radhesham Prabhu tells in his lecture, there are two types of understanding. Swarupa Lakshan, Siddha knowledge, Swarupa knowledge. Swarupa is who am I originally? What is my constitutional position? So I'm the part and parts of the Supreme Lord, but at the same time, I am suffering because of this. Body has come in contact with the material nature. That is 3 modes of guna. Material nature is embodied with 3 modes of guna. So we all suffer because of 3 modes of guna only. We think we are doing, but actually speaking, these gunas are doing. 3.27. Prakrite kriyamanani. Prakrite kriyamanani. Any kriya. Gunaya karmani sarvashakha. Because of the guna it is performed. Ahankara vimuda atma. This vimuda atma, ignorant atma, thinks karta ahamiti manyate. I only perform everything like that. This is a foolish mind knowledge is saying. So there are 5 great elements. Just now we saw all these elements, Pancha Mahabhuta and mind and totally Mahatattva to impregnate the material nature. The Lord looks at puts first 16 elements into the Mahatattva. So what are those 16 elements? 5 Panchamahabhuta, 5 Karmendriya, 5 Jnanendriya, and 15 plus 1, that is the mind. He puts into the Mahatattva. Then he glances, then it impregnates. It goes and impregnates the Prakriti. And suddenly the Prakriti comes with beautiful flowers, etc. What we think, because of the spring it came. It's not like that. The Lord has given life in them. That's what we need to understand. Then you see the 5 sense object, okay? Beyond that, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, aggregate, life symptom. Life symptom is pranamaya. And the conviction of all these are considered in summary to be the field of knowledge. Field of activities and interaction. See, the mind has come, the body has come. What seed you are going to put in this body? That means in this mind. That will only harvest, that will only grow. See, you put any sin in that, sin will grow. You put papa in this body, papa will grow. You put any punya karma in this body, punya will grow. So whatever we grow in this field, that will only flourish. So what are we supposed to grow in this body? Krishna is beautifully telling. This verse is Amanitvam Madambitvam Agimcha Chanti Rajavam Acharyopasanam Chaucham Sairam Atma Vinigrahaka. Screen has not come. Now I think it's visible, right? Okay, so these are the screen is not coming. What happened to the screen? From the beginning I didn't share.
No, Mataji.
Oh, nobody told me also. Hare Krishna. Okay, please fill in the attendance. I'll show you very fast what I was saying. I'll go back. Suddenly I saw, so screen was not. Yes, what I finished is not much. 6 and 7, this we have already seen. That is the same picture we have seen. The 5 horses are compared to the 5 senses. And the reen, with our mind, we have to control our senses. The mind should be pulling our eyes from what is not to be seen, as Ajamil was doing. So his mind should have pulled his eyes, but his mind was not stronger than his senses, like what is that, tortoise. So he could not withdraw his senses. So he was carried away. So the mind should also, the reins, 5 reins are going, no? They are the mind. So with the reins, if you pull the horse will not run into different direction. The 5 horses are you. Mundakopanishad, this analogy is given. And 5 horses are 5 senses. The rein is the mind, and the person who is standing behind the rein is the intelligence. So the intelligence should control the mind should control the senses. Ulta, first we try to control the senses, that's why we are not able to succeed. But the person who is sitting in the back, you see, unfortunately, the passenger, he doesn't have any say to it. Whatever he says, he will not say only. He will simply watch where this driver is taking me. Wherever he wants to take, let him take. He will not interfere. The soul will not interfere with the actions of the mind, telling, oh mind, this is wrong, don't do it. That is a free will the Lord has given. We perform, though you all may have this question. We are part and parcel of the Lord. Why we are doing wrong things? Okay? Why we are doing wrong things? Just because the willpower. The soul will watch, but the soul will not control the mind. It will only keep watching, and the Paramatma who is sitting in the car will be noting it down. And if the desire is so strong, as I told you, now the Paramatma will say Tatastu and sanction to the material nature. Oh, material Prakriti, give all these things to him. Then Prakriti will start organizing. That is why it takes a lot of time. By then, our desire only changes. We go and ask something else to the Lord. Now the Lord is confused. Something you asked me before, till now I have not even given that. Now you are asking one more thing. What am I supposed to give? He will get confused, right? Then we think the Lord does not give me anything. Okay? This is what. This we have already seen, this I explain. Anamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Manomaya. Manomaya is that Ananda. That who can actually see one thing you remember. As long as this hand is connected to this body, the hand is useful. If you cut and put the hand, there is no use of it. Similarly, as long as this Atma is connected to the soul and the super soul and Bhagavan, the soul, as long as the soul is connected, okay, then it can function. The soul is totally in disconnect with the super soul and the Paramatma. What is, we are fallen soul. That's, we are not in connect with, that is why we are going through this misery. Okay, that's it. So this we have already seen. So I will go to the next verse. Hare Krishna. Okay, so here, instead of reading the verse here, same thing is given, you see, in the next slide. Same thing. Amanitvam, adambitva, ahimsa, kshantir, arjavam. Same. Acharyopasanam, shaucham, stairam, atmavinigraha, indriyarteshu. You see the bracket part. Indriyarteshu vairagyam anahankaram evacha janma mrityujara vyadi dukkha doshana darshanam asaktirana vishwangaha putra dharagrahadishu nityasya samachittatvam ishto nishtopapattishu. Okay? And then, okay. Oh. Yes. So, amanitvam, humility. Just now we learned Trinadapi Sunichena. Make me more humbler than the blade of grass. Okay? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Krishna, Krishna, make me more humbler than the grass. Pridelessness, amanitvam, I, me, someone respected me. Same verse it is. Tata manapa manayoho. So, or we can say that Trinadapi Shunichena, Tarorapi Sagishnuna, amanadena manadena. I don't want any respect for myself. Kirtaniya Sadagari. Leaving that, I want something, I want to dedicate all my life in Kirtaniya Sada Hari. I want to dedicate in spending my lifetime in talking about the glories of God, Krishna. Okay. So, the what is it? Non-violence. Non-violence is not only bodily, that we should not trouble the, what is that? Other person. By mind also we should not think. Non-violence is not physical torture. With mind, this is the beauty of Kali Yuga, you know. Actually, you all might have heard this story. Where are we? We are in 51. Okay, no story. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow I'll tell them, don't worry. Tolerance, simplicity, accepting a spiritual master, very, very important. All gunas are there, and if you don't accept a spiritual master, these gunas are of no use. Same guna we learn by ourselves, nothing will enter this, right? We know na Ata Sri Krishna Namati na bhavet grahyam indriyaihi. So we have to learn from spiritual master. Steadiness, self-control, renunciation of sense objects, absence of false ego. That is the I. It has to go. Instead of the I, Jivera Swarupa Hoye Krishna Nitya Dasa. I am Krishna's servant. Perceptions of evil, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. What are they? We keep regularly hearing about all these things from different sources, right? People come and go, come and go. So how to end this life? Very important. How to end this life? By performing Ananya Bhakti. Then Krishna will take us, Teshamaham Samudrata. I will help you to cross this material ocean. So for that we need the detachment. Abhyasa yogin tata vairagyena cha grahyate. Krishna told, you will obtain it, grahyate, by practice and detachment in 6th chapter. So here also he is saying, these are all the very important qualities through which these are the knowledge which which we have to see. These I just now told, no, our heart, the soul lives in our heart, in our body. We have to sow these seeds. Then only we can grow towards bhakti. Instead, our heart is filled with kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. That is why we are not able to totally surrender under the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. No entanglement with the children, wife, to certain extent. That is why Krishna has given the Varnashrama Dharma. He is not saying don't get married, don't get attached to your children. It is the first brahmacharya, study well. Brahmacharya is meant for patanam, okay, adhyayan, swadhyaya. Then comes grahastha. You be in grahastha life, get married, take care of your children, everything. Then you come to vanaprastha. So vanaprastha stage comes, we should know how to live as a padmapatram ivambasam, like a water droplets on the lotus leaf. After that also, no, now till now, I was praying for myself, then maybe my husband, now our children, then later my grandchildren. We should not continue like this. There are also beautiful Narada stories. Narada is going on, coming, calling on soul. The soul, life after life, telling, you know, oh no, my children have not learned how to run the factory. The next birth he comes. My children have learned, they have accumulated wealth, but they do not know how to protect the wealth. Then he becomes as another dog only protects. So finally he becomes a snake. When Narada only wants to come and call, that time also he doesn't want to come. So Narada shouts, snake, snake, snake. His own grandchildren, everybody comes out and hit and kill the snake. Okay. So we should not be that attached. Vanaprastha comes, we should know how to get detached. Then sannyasa. After that, we can leave them. They will take their care of their family. We should not be a burden to them. We should leave them and go. Even-mindedness, that is samatvam, and samachittatvam. In the equipoised. So many examples we have seen, no? Samadukka, krite, labha, alabha, shita, ushna, shatru, mitro. Okay. I shall now explain the knowable. So what is knowable? To be known, and knowing which will taste the eternal Brahman. The spirit, that is, the eternal Brahman is beginningless and subordinate to me. This is what Krishna is saying. This we need to understand. What has to be understood? The knowledge to be understood is about the Paramatma. So the soul is subordinate to me. The individual soul is my subordinate. What I tell only, it will listen. Soul will keep on desiring. Till the time I don't sanction tatastu, the desires of the soul cannot be fulfilled. So that is what the cause and effect. We desire, then the Lord sanctions, then we get that pleasure of having whatever we wanted. We get entangled in Papa and Punya. Hare Krishna. But the super soul is like, okay, Sarvendriyani Gunabhasham, Sarvendriya Vivarjitam Asaktam Sarvabhrachaiva, Nirgunam Gunabhoktricha. The super soul is the original source of all senses. Yet, he is without sense. That means he is beyond that. See, if a potter is making a pot, potter and potter are not the same, right? Potter is beyond the pot. Pot's life may finish, but potter will exist. Similarly, Krishna also same. So, though the super soul has created everything, he is not subject to anything. He is Alu, Swarat, we saw. The word Swarat came in three days, 3 chapters we discussed. He is unattached, although he is the maintainer of all living beings, but he is not attached, because you remember that qualities of Krishna, all rich, all fame, all strength, all beauty, then comes all knowledge, all renunciation. So Krishna is not attached. What is meant by renunciation? He gives everybody everything, but he does not get attached to it. He is totally free. Vitaraga by krodha. He is free from all these things. And then he transcends the mode of nature. He means he is beyond Vishuddha Sattva also. Transcending him means what? Through our life, through these qualities, this knowledge, transcending from Tamoguna to Rajoguna, Rajoguna to Sattva-guna. We do all mistakes whenever we are in Tamoguna. So if we try very hard, desperately, willingly to transcend this Tamoguna, we can come easily to Rajoguna. And similarly, we can transcend from Rajo to Sattva. How? 14th chapter. 14th chapter is full of, see the continuity. 14th chapter is full of gunas. Okay, so transcending the modes of nature. So tomorrow Krishna will tell how to transcend. Now he is saying the Lord is already transcended. He is not subject to these gunas. So beyond the 3 gunas, there is Vishuddha Sattva, but Lord is even beyond that. Okay. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally in all moving and non-moving. This is very important. He is there in each and every atom. It's not only that in moving he lives, in the non-living, no. That's why we say without him, not even an atom can move, we say, right? Why and how, Mataji? See, this phone, you may say without him it will move. Sorry to say, this phone, how it came? The phone came only with the Lord, who gave the raw material, who gave the knowledge to make this phone, who gave us the ability to earn that money to buy the phone. Everywhere he is there. In every effort, he is there. So that I should go, it is because of him I possess. That has to come. Okay. So also he is although very, very, very far. What is that? One analogy came, right? Vayu stito kasho. That air is it is situated in the space. But what we feel, the air is situated everywhere. Similarly, the Lord lives in his abode, Goloka. But he lives everywhere. And here, Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Narsimha lives outside also, lives in our heart also. So the Lord lives outside in the form of Bhagavan Chaitya Guru, our spiritual master. See the soul, Paramatma. Again, he is also our Guru. And he comes outside. Inside he is in the form of Paramatma. Outside he comes in the form of spiritual master. There were so many things to tell in that columnar form. That is the spiritual master, etc. No time. The supreme truth exists both internally and externally. That is what. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. He is there in the moving Chara Achara. He is beyond the power of material senses to see or know. We cannot know him with our senses, beyond our senses. Not possible. He gives those senses, we can. Although far, far away, he is all near to everybody. How? In the form of Paramatma, so close. Nobody else also so close. Our parents also, if you go to them only, they will be near. But Paramatma is accompanying us In all our birth, whatever we have taken, how many birth we have taken, we don't know. But the same Paramatma has accompanied us. That is why sometimes some people say, no, oh, I remember already. They are just born. They may be remembering something what has happened earlier. Smriti Jnanam Apoganam cha is the source of all luminous object. He is beyond the darkness of matter and which is unmanifest also. Unmanifest is the Pradhan. Manifest is the material nature, Prakriti. So whenever he wants to manifest, he will do that. He is knowledge. What knowledge? 24 items we saw, no? Paramatma is that knowledge. If he imbibed that knowledge, if he saw those seeds of knowledge, 24, in our heart field, this is our body is the field. So if we saw those seeds in our field, we will be able to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is the object of the knowledge also. He is the goal of the knowledge also. That is Jnanam and Geyam. And so the one person, two, another one what we saw, two person, one. That means the knower of knowledge. Who is the knower of knowledge? Soul also, Paramatma also. Here, not two people. Bhagavan is the objective also, and Bhagavan is the aim of the knowledge also. Okay. So he is seated in everyone's heart. Here also he says, and in 15th chapter also he says, 18th chapter also he says, in the one more chapter also he said, 9th chapter also he said, I am seated in everyone's heart. 13.19, that's a field of activities. Field of activities, body. See, the soul has come with a purpose. And the soul has taken this body with a purpose to fulfill the desires what was unfulfilled in the previous birth. So unless and until the soul has one body, how can the soul get the desire fulfilled? So this body is needed for the soul to enter and be situated there and to perform it, to perform activities in order to fulfill the desires. Okay. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and ascertain me. Other than again and again and again he is saying, Bhakta, full 12th chapter, last 6 verse, he said, no, Aham Bhakta Same Sachame Priyaka. Bhakta Sachame Priyaka. Everywhere he told, that devotee is dear to me. That devotee is dear to me. So if he is a devotee only, he can be dear. So devotee only can cross over this material ocean. Material nature and the living entity should be understood to be beginningless. This we learned in 2nd chapter. Nainam Chintanti Shastrani, Nainam Dagati Pavakaka. There was no time when the soul was not there. There will be no time when the soul will not be there. The transmission. See how, what is the transmission? You remember that picture? One picture was there. Soul is born, then little grows, grows. Again it comes down. So 6 stages are there. The soul is conceived, it stays there for some time, and it is born, it dwindles. That means it gets all the, like eyes, nose, everything, it grows, dwindles, finally it vanishes. So every soul goes through 6 stages. Okay, this is told, I think, in the 4th chapter by Srila Prabhupada in the purport of one of the verses. Okay, material nature and the living entity should be understood to be beginningless. What is mean beginningless? There was no time when they did not exist. Okay, then the transformation we have seen. कार्यकारण कर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृति रुच्यते पुरुष सुख दुखाना भोक्तृत्वे हेतु रुच्यते. Nature is said to be the cause of all material cause. I said na prakriti kriya manani gunaiha. The material nature is the root cause for all activities. We are doing good karma. The material nature, what is that? Sattva guna. We are doing some bad abominable activity. Rajoguna. We are not doing anything, only all the time lazy. We are not able to think rightly. That is Tamoguna. Okay, material activity and the effect. So good things you do in Sattva Punya Karma, and Rajoguna you do Papa Karma, and Tamoguna they will not perform only anything. They will go to the animal planetary kingdom, lower planetary, lower planets. This is a very, very important verse. Very important. Purusha prakritir stohi. Okay. Bhumte prakritir gan gunan karanam gunasangasya. Sat asat yoni janmasu. The living entity in this material nature thus follows the way of life, enjoying the three modes of material nature. If the living entity is not in contact with the material nature, it will not be doing any activity according to the modes of nature. Since the Purusha, who is the Purusha? Paramatma. Since the Paramatma has entered in this body has come in contact with the material nature. The Paramatma has not entered. How this body would have come into this material nature? Okay, so who brought us here? The soul and super soul entering our body. This is due to the association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil amongst various species. So, if Sattva-guna, that's what I said. Sattva-guna, good deed. Rajoguna, bad deed, evil deed. Upadrishyani mantascha bharta bhokta maheshwaraga. Maheshwara, Sarvaloka Nayaka. Maheshwara means Paramatmeti chapyukto deyesmin purusha paraga. Yeah. Yet in this body, there is another transcendental enjoyer. Who is that? He is the supreme proprietor, Paramatma, who exists as the overseer. Paramatma will not interfere in any of the activity. He acts through that Maya Devi. Okay? Durga. How, whenever we decide something, he will give an ishara. That means with his eyes only. She understands that and gives us. But he does not act directly. So it is, and who is known as the super soul. Okay. One who understands this philosophy concerning the material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. Like Parshit Maharaj, when he came to know that in 7 days he is going to die, immediately he had the sense and he left all the kingdom with his children. He said, I have done Papa Karma, I do not want this Papa to come to you. So let me go. He left and came. And so a person who understands what happened with the Lord's arrangement, Shukadeva Goswami came, he heard to Bhagavatam and he was liberated. Those people will not take birth again, regardless of their present position. So once we surrender to the Lord, whatever Papa Punya we have done in this birth, previous, whatever it is, we will not be bound. The Sarvadharman Parityajna. Whatever you have done, no problem. What I will do? Moksha Ichami Mahasucha Sarva Papeshu. All your sins will be eradicated and I will give you moksha. Some perceive the super soul within themselves through meditation. Yeah. Jnanis. Jnanis perceive through knowledge. Yogis perceive through meditation. Same knowledge. And karmis perceive through fruitive activities. So, karmis try to understand the Lord through their action, and jnanis try to understand through their knowledge, and the yogis try to understand through their meditation. But all these things are not possible. Kapila Muni, he is giving the same knowledge to his mother, Devahuti. Kapila Muni, Devahuti and Kashyapa Muni. The Kapila Muni was born to them. He is none other than Lord He himself. He came in order to preach this Sankhya philosophy. What is Sankhya philosophy? Our bodily concept. Just now we saw no 26 elements. So teach this body is made up of 26 elements. He came. So whatever knowledge we have got, it is coming in Parampara. The Lord himself came and gave it to Devahuti. In the same process, we all, those who heard, then Parampara, the spiritual master gives to his disciple and they give it to his disciple, like that it goes. O chief of Bharata, whatever you see in existence, both moving and unmoving, is only combination of field of activities and the knower of activity. Field of activity is what? Body. Knower of the activity is the soul. So it comes with a combination. So if the field of activity comes in contact, the soul comes in contact with the field of activity, then only it is known as living entity. Till then it is only body. So the soul has to be, asmin, embodied soul. Till the time it is only body. Similarly, the day the soul leaves, it becomes again body. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtam parameshwaram vinashyastu avishna avinantam yah pashyati sapashyati. Yeah, beautiful. So he only sees who? The Paramatma only sees. Paramatma will not do any activity. One who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul. So always super soul comes with the individual souls. And one who understands that neither the neither the soul nor the super soul is ever destroyed. They are ever existing. No beginning, no end. Just now we saw. They only actually sees. So a person who knows that because of the soul I am alive, because of this Paramatma, so who is there in my body, I am able to do activities. Okay? Please fill in the attendance. Hare Krishna. Samam sarvetu bhuteshu tishtantam parame. We have done it, right? This also the same. One who sees the super soul in living entity, same thing has been repeated. One who can see all the activities are performed by the body, which is created of material nature, and sees that the self does nothing actually sees. Same, Paramatma only sees. Practically, he does not motivate any either sense or the soul or the intelligence or the mind to do something. He will simply be watching. That's it. Like that passenger was sitting in the chariot, you remember? He will only watch. The sky, due to its subtle nature, does not mix with anything. It doesn't. It looks like the sun is mixing with the water, but it is not. Like in the horizon we see, but it is not. Although it is all pervading. Similarly, the soul is situated in Brahman vision, does not mix with the body. Soul is aloof. Soul does not get mixed with this bodily concept. It is totally, entirely aloof. And the soul leaves the body when the time comes for the soul to leave. O son of Bharata, the sun alone illuminates all universe. So does the living entity. So the whole body, one sun gives light to the entire universe. Similarly, one small soul gives consciousness to the entire body. The soul enters, we get the consciousness. The sun comes, light comes. Same. One who knowingly sees this difference, that I am the soul, I am not this body. Whatever I possess, everything belongs to this soul. That person, owner of the body, can understand the process of liberation. Others cannot understand. So who will become free from the bondage? One who understands that I am not this body, I am the soul, and the soul is eternal. There is one Paramatma which is watching me all the time. And that Paramatma is none other than the Bhagavan himself. So he asks the sixth question, what is body? Kshetra, Kshetrajna, knower of the body. And Jnanam, Geyam. Okay? Purusha, Prakriti. Prakriti is a material nature. Purusha is that Lord, he himself. He enters this body in the minutest form. Description of Kshetra and Kshetrajna, Kshetrajnanam. So that is this body is made up of 26 elements, that knowledge. Process of acquiring knowledge is Maichananya Yogena Yashavisa. How to know? Ananya Bhakti. Ahaituki Apratikata Bhakti. Only one can understand the Lord. Game is the object of the knowledge. So object of the knowledge is also the Lord only. Actually, super soul. The object of the knowledge is super soul. Prakriti, Purusha. See, other than the Purusha, one supreme person, everything else is, everybody is Prakriti. Even our brother, husband, father, they all are Prakriti only. Because it refers to that material nature. Because of the material nature, the body is born. The Lord impregnates the material nature, then the Srishi starts. So only one Purusha. Again, a beautiful story of Mirabai meeting Rupa Goswami. Vision of knowledge. Kshetra Kshetrajnu Evam. Okay? The knowledge should be what? What should be the main vision? Kshetra Kshetrajnu. This is my body. In this body, there is one knower. There are two knowers, in fact. One knower knows about only this body. Another knower knows about entire, everybody's body. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I started saying in Kali Yuga one beauty, right? Kali Yuga beauty is that Parikshit Maharaj gave shelter to Kali Yuga, because in Kali Yuga, it is not necessary that if you want to do something good, no, you have to go and do. In your heart, you think, yes, that is done. That means that how much beautiful it is. You don't even have to go and do charity. You think, I have to do this charity. Keep on thinking about Krishna we are serving. It's equal to serving him. Okay? That is the beauty of Kali Yuga. But Papa is not like that. You want to harm somebody, unless you go, you harass that person, that Papa will not come to you. Even if you, in your heart, you think, I don't know, when will I kill that person? That is not considered as a sin. So beautiful, no, that is. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came Kali Yuga, as it is Prana Alpayushu Yuga Sabhya. Kalavasmin Yuge Janaka Manda Sumanda Matayo. No vision, always distress. Everything is there. But this one beauty is there. That's the reason Parikshit Maharaj wanted to give shelter to Kali. Kali came and asked Parikshit Maharaj, where can I stay in your country? He told those places where the Dharma will not stay. Religious principle, against the religious principle. That is the prostitute's house. Here it is, religious principle is no illicit sex. Like that, the contra, opposite of the four regulated instruments, where no gambling, where people are doing that, playing that cards, etc., with money, there Kali will be there. So all the opposite of the four regulated principles. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare